Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Now this is going to be a short one, but LEGO just announced the 75314 The Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, which retails for about $100 in the US. It has 969 pieces. It's based off the Bad Batch show, and you can now pre-order it on lego.com, and it'll release August 1st. So I don't get why this was revealed today. They should have capitalized on the May 4th promotions and released it then. But I mean, like, at least they released it, so that's alright. But about the set, so there was like this huge controversy about whether it's sand blue, the ship, or dark gray. I always thought it was sand blue, especially in the Clone Wars. But even if it was dark gray, I wouldn't mind that it was in dark gray. It was more like a pseudo color. But I think it definitely looks really good in sand blue, especially with the black contrasting from it. I think there are people who would have enjoyed it in gray, but at least sand blue is a little bit more accurate than if it was gray. Then there's also two speeders. One speeder is a gray version of the 501st Bark Speeder, which is supposed to be Crosshair's thing. I just want to say, spoilers if I accidentally say something that might ruin the show for you, so you have been warned. And then they also have another speeder, which seems to be just one that's put together, and in the promotions it's got tech riding it. It reminds me a lot of the Mandalorian Battle Pack speeder, except in lime green and without those two big engines on the side. But yeah, then for the figures, we have Hunter, who has his, I think it's a vibroblade, like the ones in the Mandalorian, but it could just be a regular old-fashioned sword, who knows. The helmet print is really nice, and the face print is really good, especially like the bandana and the hairpiece. I think it turned out really nice, and the torso print also looks really good. Then we've got Wrecker, which uses the Iron Man helmet and a new torso add-on. I think it's a new piece, but I could be wrong. I think Wrecker looks absolutely amazing. I love the Iron Man helmet with this print. It looks so good. I think it's like it was perfect for Wrecker. Next up, we've got Tech. Now, Tech he uses a new helmet mold, which has a visor that can go up and down, and I mean, I don't know if I really like it or not. It seems a bit oversized, but it's a really cool looking mold, and I definitely think it can be used for other figures. But I think this character is also really cool. He comes with a backpack, which we can't really see well, but it seems to have an antenna on the back and some pieces, but it looks pretty cool. And then the torso print is really nice. It reminds me a lot of the Old Republic troopers from the older sets. It just reminds me a lot of that. Next up, we've got Echo. Now, Echo he's a really cool figure, and I think LEGO knocked it out of the park. All these figures in this set, LEGO knocked it out of the park. But Echo is the only figure to have arm printing for his robotic arm, which currently he has the Astromech Droid thing on his arm, but from some promotions pictures, he has an actual arm, so who knows, maybe he does get an arm, but we don't know yet. We're only still in episode 1 as of recording this. But his helmet's really nicely printed, it looks so cool, and also his face is so nice with all the different cybernetic parts on his head. It just looks really cool, and I like how they used pale face instead of like the darker color like all the other clones, because he is a lot more pale, and I think that's a really nice attention to detail. Then we've got Crosshair. Now, I kind of wish we got Crosshair in his Bad Batch appearance, not his Imperial appearance, But I understand what they're doing. They need to have some sort of opposition, and I'm at least happy we're getting Crosshair. But the thing that made Crosshair like Crosshair was his outfit and his face. Now he's just a guy in like a Death Trooper armor, which is not really that interesting. They're all really nice prints, but like I said, just a guy in some very similar Death Trooper armor. Crosshair's outfit was really unique, and his face print's unique, so I just hope they give Crosshair his face print. Now, it looks like it's so difficult to tell, but if you look underneath the helmet, you can see a little bit of flesh, or it could just be a black head with light reflecting off of it. But I think he does have a flesh head, but if we look at the overall set picture, you can see that Tech and Hunter have hair pieces, but that's the only hair pieces in the set, so I don't think that Crosshair has a hairpiece, so that's a bit disappointing. But we don't know. Maybe he has a hairpiece that could be hiding inside the ship somewhere. I don't know. Then last but most certainly not least, we've got the Gank Droid. And it's a very basic Gank Droid. It's not like any of the other designs, and it's not like a nostalgia Gank Droid build. It's just a Gank Droid, and I think for a Gank Droid build, it turned out really nice. I don't want to say that we've progressed in Gank Droid builds, because Gank Droids have been good for most of the time, but like they've just been getting little by little more accurate, and I like that. But onto the set. So there is two main features with the set besides spring-loaded shooters and things like that. One is you can lift the wings down and up, so you can have it in flight, or you can have it in landed. And then you can also lift up the cockpit area, so you can see all the figures, place them in, and I'm really happy that you can fit all 4 of the Bad Batch members. I really thought they would only be able to fit 2 in the front, and then maybe have like a little cargo area in the back, and not really utilize that space very well. But I'm glad they made space for figures in the back, so there's space for all the main members of the Bad Batch. So I think that turned out really cool, and this is definitely a really nice model, and I'm kind of thinking if I should pick it up or not, but who knows. Maybe we'll have to see more info soon, whether like it's actually worth the $100 price point, because right now there's very basic features, but it's a really nice display set. So let me know in the comments what you think of this set. I'll see you in the next video. Hope you have a great day, and goodbye.